Boom.
Okay, cool. Trump is
Can
now...
you not burp? Disrespectful. This is
Keep it
disrespectful to
Keep
our
it
former
going.
president. Yeah,
How
keep
many
fucking
more you got in there?
Keep
Come
fucking
on,
burping.
go.
Probably as many as those votes
Keep it
that were
going.
stolen.
Welcome back to another episode of This Week in Money.
Welcome back, Brian. How we doing?
I'm feeling good. How's the week been?
Week has been good. I went on a little bit of a rabbit hole with looking into, there was this book on Amazon.
That it was talking about the Hawaii fires. It was written on August 10th, but the fires, and even in the bio it goes, from the 8th to the 11th. So how was the book written on the 10th? And someone said it was AI written. It got taken down off of TikTok. I wasn't able to read the comments because I don't have TikTok, so it's
It's been a morning. I'll say that much.
Trump is now facing his fourth criminal indictment. This time, the former president is charged along with 18 of his allies in Georgia over their efforts to overturn his 2020 election loss in the state. There are currently 41 counts in the racketeering case, from attempts to extort Georgia's Secretary of State, harassing election workers, to stealing voting machine data. The district attorney is giving Trump 10 days to turn himself in. Is Trump going to jail?
You know, you really gotta hand it to him. He's got 91, 94 total indictments ongoing right now, 4 separate instances. He's kind of the GOAT when it comes to this. It's remarkable.
Guinness World Record, huh?
He's just that good at this. But look, honestly, this one I found kind of funny because, the devil goes down to Georgia. I thought that song was about my ex-girlfriend when she moved to Atlanta. But, they're taking votes, blah, blah, blah. Harassing election workers, though, that kind of seems like fun. I'd like to do that on a Saturday after a few drinks. Go down to Georgia, harass some people, find out where all these hidden ballots are, too, because we still haven't found them.
They do have a lot of good evidence in this case.
Imagine him and SBF as cellmates, and him just, hey, Fatso, clean that up, blah, blah. They would just be unreal reality TV.
SBF is Adderalled out, and Trump is just yelling, and it's
Dude, I would
cooking.
watch the CCP in there 24 fucking 7. No Epstein shit would happen because I'd be watching that all day.
Before we continue, please don't close out of this video.
Please don't. I'm going to show my dick next.
We've got a couple more stories. AI jobs are making bank. Why SBF is back in jail. People are having sex in the back of robo-taxis, and Mark's latest thoughts on China. Please make sure that you're subscribed to the Bullish Studio YouTube channel and hit the like button and leave us a comment. Thank you for tuning in.
You could make $900,000 working in AI with absolutely no college degree required. U.S. firms like Netflix, Walmart, and Amazon are offering this lucrative amount for AI jobs like machine learning platform product manager. Doesn't sound made up. The promise of a nearly 7-digit salary is an eerie contrast to the ongoing Hollywood writers' strike, which is advocating for higher paying contracts that better protect workers in the entertainment industry from changes brought on by AI and streaming.
They're just trying to hire these platform product managers instead of paying the artists. It's
unbelievable.
It really is. And also, they're clearly trying to make a point, and this feels like it's a negotiation tactic, because they could have held back some of these job postings just a couple of months until this strike is all done. But I think this is a tactic from the studios to start putting some pressure.
My theory is that AI has become so powerful, it's writing its own job posts for machine learning platform product manager. That doesn't sound made up at all. No one in the world can describe what that job is because no one knows what it is except for the AI.
The AI, How's the AI in your comments? Have you beat that thing to a pulp yet? Or
it pops up every now and then, but I'm quick.
You're quick. You're hitting it.
Me and my small but loyal following, we go to town on it. We're bullying the AI.
I love it. SBF is back in jail. Sam was previously on house arrest after posting a $250 million bail. The ex-FTX CEO had his bail revoked after trying to tamper with witnesses following allegations he shared excerpts from his on and off girlfriend Caroline Ellison's diary with the New York Times. He's now staying in the Brooklyn jail, famous for their poor conditions, just where Ghislaine Maxwell was
Ghislaine, I don't know. No one knows how to pronounce
Ghislaine Maxwell. She previously complained of cockroaches and rodents. Kind of funny to think that Sam is just across the river from us. What do you think?
MDC. Well, I was actually listening to a Spaces that Martin Shkreli hosted, talking and answering every question under the sun about prison. And he was basically saying, look, he's got to go in. He can't join us because he has no loyalties there, right? So he's got to go in and he's got to align himself properly, and he's got to be smooth, essentially. He's got to move and in a way that makes it so he doesn't make enemies very quickly. My bet is that he does make enemies very quickly because he's an extremely unlikable person and he's disgusting to look at. So I would think that he's going to have some trouble in jail. But again, I want to see that on reality TV. I want to see him getting bullied by, like, you know, fucking Ghost or whoever Shkreli was like, yo, go see my boy on the 5th floor. Don't make eye contact. And when you approach, do a coup, like not a loud coup, but like a soft one. And then if he says something, then boom, you're good. But if not, get out of there quickly. It's like, ooh, that's scary.
That's it. I mean, he is asking for his Adderall prescription and his antidepressant prescriptions to be filled. I wonder if they could actually get filled. It doesn't seem like anybody
Apparently
in New York
you cannot
can
get
find Adderall.
Adderall in prison.
Ooh,
but if
okay.
you could, if you put me in a prison cell with Adderall and a computer,
No.
Oh my God, dude, I would probably cure cancer and just like have a tweet every minute. It would be productive.
Yeah, it sounds dangerously productive to be locked in a jail cell.
And you can work out too.
Yeah, but, you know, SBF thought that he was above the law by trying to get around his VPN and, you know, messaging his former general counsel, and said nothing good happens when you're not using disappearing messaging. So this was blatantly him trying to get around the bond, trying to, you know, play puppeteer with all the different actors here. But I hope he stays in jail. This guy is a menace.
People are having sex in San Francisco's driverless robo-taxis. The incident of automotive indecency came to light this past Friday following a report from the San Francisco Standard. I read that every morning. The report came out shortly after California elected to do away with restrictions that required the driverless vehicles to only operate at night. One of the customers interviewed by the Standard said he has had quote unquote full-on intercourse as opposed to only partial intercourse in the driverless cars a total of 3 times, saying it was really fun because it got quite hot and fogged up to the point the windshield was completely fogged over. Brian, what are our thoughts about sex in robo-taxis?
I love it. I was just, I mean, like, it's so funny to see these like little videos of people watching the car drive itself, and I'm like, this is just going to turn into a party in the back, and clearly it is. But I support this.
Well, this hit home because I was in an Uber the other day, and I was thinking, like, man, I really just want to like rub one out right now. And it's like I would, without a doubt, even just no part, just bam in the robo-taxi. Like, why not?
It sounds like we got to put cameras in the jail cells in Brooklyn and in the back of robo-taxis, and we've got our reality show.
Monetize that. Look, if you're not filming the sex of the robo-taxi, you're really missing out on a good opportunity. Who is going to be the first on OnlyFans to film a scene in the robo-taxi, then put it up, and then get banned by the robo-taxi? Like, what are they going to do? Oh, no, tell your mom? Who cares?
OnlyFans should start their own robo-taxi company called Only Taxis.
Yeah, Only Taxi. Yeah. And then there's like a bus. It's like the bang bus. Oh, yes. Only Taxi.
That's it. OnlyFans. We're
just
ready to answer your call.
Sprouting.
That's it. China's leading real estate developer, Country Garden, is seeking to delay...
That doesn't sound made up.
Country Garden, yeah, is seeking to delay onshore bond payments. The move is the latest sign of stifling cash crunch in the property sector, increasing concerns about contagion risk and piling pressure for Beijing to step in. Country Garden shares dove over 18% on Monday, dropping 50% so far this month. Also noteworthy that the major Chinese trust company, Zhongrong International Trust
Great
Co.,
pronunciation,
which traditionally had sizable exposure to real estate, has also missed its repayment obligations on some of its investment products. What's going on in China, Mark?
Look, I've been actively monitoring the Zhongdong International Trust Company situation, have my finger on the pulse of it. I love what's happening here. This is the first domino. You thought Evergrande was big? This is going to be fucking massive.
Is it?
All of these, like, first off, that you have a publicly traded real estate company in China under the CCP regime, questions there, right? But they used a shit ton of deposits to build out other things rather than the actual shit they were supposed to build, thinking the money's going to keep flowing. Now everything is drying up there, and it's just going to be the first domino that keeps falling. But you ever see a picture of these houses? They just stack them on. It just doesn't look.
They just keep building.
I bet the MDC in Brooklyn, where SBF is going to be, is probably just as humane as these tenements they build.
Wow, that's wild. I mean, there's like no regulations around how you can build, right? Just keep building up and wide and whatever. And just those ghost cities over there are pretty spooky.
Yeah. Well, there's essentially these ghost banks, the trust companies that are related to all these. And so it is going to massively weaken the Chinese economy because it's an overinflated bubble. And then, boom, perfect time to strike. Dave Portnoy buys back Barstool Sports for $1. Dave, who founded Barstool back in 2003, initially sold his company to Penn Entertainment for about $500 million. Now, in his new agreement with Penn, Portnoy promised to give Penn 50% of the proceeds from any future sale of Barstool. The move comes after Penn finalized a betting deal with ESPN, the network's first major gambling deal. The deal also includes rebranding Barstool Sportsbook to ESPN Bet. What do we think about this? Quite a deal.
Portnoy keeping the dream alive. It's been over 20 years at this, and he's been able to keep the company relevant. The pirate ship's back, and he's clearly making his mark, coming into the office early and starting to put the hammer down.
I love that.
You know, congrats to Dave and everybody over at Barstool. It seems like this is a great deal all around for both ESPN, Penn, and Barstool. So I guess we're going to see what Barstool looks like in a post sports book world. But yeah, good for him.
It's time for them to make some big moves, to really do something to shock the world and get back to the original content that really helped fuel them, because they had all these restrictions, being requesting gaming licenses and all that shit. So, it really kind of curtailed what they were able to do, and the opportunities now.
Congrats again to Dave and all of the shareholders involved in the deal. Russia's ruble hits a 17-month low to the dollar.
Ruble. It's
Turning
turning to rubble.
Yeah. Since the early weeks of the war in Ukraine, the 25% fall in value marks a growing pressure on Russia's economy from Western sanctions and a slump in export revenues. President Vladimir Putin's economic advisor is blaming the rapid depreciation on loose monetary policy. What's going on in Russia?
I have a feeling that Vladimir Putin's economic advisor will not be advising for much longer on this one.
Yeah, I saw that there was an interesting short report from Hindenburg, actually, about a Kazakhstan-based payment processing company that has been skirting a lot of the sanctions. And so they issued a short report today. I guess they were doing a bunch of backdoor deals to keep money coming out of Russia.
You didn't need to do any research to say. Have you ever seen the movie Borat?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
in the beginning where they're showing his hometown, that's Kazakhstan. And then, so you're telling me there's a publicly traded payments company in Kazakhstan? They got email like yesterday, and people are like, oh yeah, there's potentially. What the fuck was anyone thinking? I'm going to short the shit out of that just because it's Kazakhstan. I would short anything that comes out of Kazakhstan.
I'm pretty sure the name of the company is starts with freedom or something. So you can't make this shit up.
Amazing. Amazing.
The Bullish Studio newsletter, Bullish Rippers, just hit 15,000 subscribers. Thank you to all of our OG subscribers who have been following us since day one. If you're new to Bullish Rippers, here's what you need to know. Every week, we cover the biggest stories and stocks that are dominating the conversations from Wall Street to FinTwit. We highlight retail investment trends and news that are moving the markets. No matter if you're a first-time retail investor who just opened up a trading account or chronically on FinTwit like Mark, or an experienced investor, this newsletter is for you. Did we mention? It's free. So what are you waiting for? Please hit the link in our bio or in the description to subscribe for free.
I'll do you one better. I'll give you the 15th and one follower. I'll go subscribe after.
Wow, thank you, Mark. You don't subscribe to many email newsletters, so it's an honor coming from you.
I unsubscribe from a lot of them.
Yeah, that's it. What newsletters do you like these days, or where are you getting your news from?
Alex Jones mostly.
Alex Jones,
pretty much everything just straight from Alex Jones these days, because he's really the only kind of truth seeker out there.
Totally. We're off next week because we are somewhere.
Going to the 2023 Gentlemen's Club Owners Expo, which is a strip club convention.
In Las Vegas, Nevada. So we'll hopefully be able to share some updates with you after our trip there. But
we'll have a lot of content. We'll keep you updated.
A lot of content. So we will see you again the week after next. Thank you for tuning
Next Week
in
Money.
to another episode of This Week in Money. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Bullish. We will see you again in 2 weeks.
What the fuck's up? We're at the 2022.
Where's Eric?
We're looking for Eric.
Get over
We're at the
here,
2022
booth
Gentlemen's
number
Club
98.
Owners Expo, Las Vegas, Nevada, Planet Hollywood.
Megs!